From creating Mohits Records, to developing his mysticism, to working with the likes of Kanye West, Jay-Z, Sierra, Beyonce, and Snoop Dogg, to creating an empire worth over 320 billion naira. This is the Dynasty of Don Jazzy. Welcome to the Story Vault, where we make documentaries on superstars and things we are into. Like many superstars, Don Jazzy's incredible journey started from the church. Although raised in Lagos, his musical genius ignited when he was invited to London to play for his uncle's local church. While in London, he would meet DJ Cass, and the two would work on a song together. At a wedding ceremony, DJ Cass would play their newly released song and it would click with one man in the audience, JJC Skills from the 419 squad. He asked to meet the producer of the song, and this is when Don Jazzy's musical journey would begin. Don Jazzy would go on to work with JJC as a producer. During this time, Master P, a member of the 419 squad, would bring a skinny guy into the studio. He was also charismatic and funny. His name is Dbanj. Master P would ask if Dbanj could join the group, but JJC would say the group is complete, but appreciated Dbanj's charisma enough to allow him hang around the studio. In 03, Two-Face, Daddy Shoki, Style Plus, LD were dominating the music industry. And around this time, Don Jazzy realized that his deal with Skills wasn't official because he was taking a salary.
The article said something about how I cheated Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy? She said Don Jazzy. How come Don Jazzy didn't say that for himself? You tell me what it said that I cheated him. I taught him how to produce, which made him Don Jazzy that he is today. I used to pay him £1,000 every month in 2004, which was almost 250k for being a trainee.
Don Jazzy would see this as a betrayal and would leave the 419 squad. Being a shy person, Don Jazzy knew he would need a partner, but not just any partner, one with charisma, energy, and a strong voice. He would get all three in his new best friend, Dbanj. Since they were not officially signed, Dbanj and Don Jazzy would make music together and build a relationship, and in 05, they would start an equal partnership creating Mohits Records, signing Dbanj as their first artist, while Don Jazzy became the president and CEO of the label. Soon they released their first album, No Long Thing, which was written and produced by Don Jazzy in 2 weeks. The album was a success, with hits like Tongolo. This album also birthed the name Coco Master for Dbanj. In 05, Nigerian music started to pick up again. The pair will return to Nigeria and drop another album, Rundown Funk You Up, co-written and produced by Don Jazzy, with hits like Why Me. During this time, Don Jazzy would come up with one of the best tags.
It's Don Jazzy again.
Playing off his stage name, Don Jazzy will embrace a unique style, becoming the Don who stood behind his artist not saying a word, and who can forget his infamous walking stick. He started incorporating his brass voice into the melody, which added to the sound of the music. While performing at a show in Unilag, they would meet a dancer in the name of Wande Cole, by far the best vocalist in the industry. Don Jazzy, seeing how talented he was, would offer to sign him. Soon, they signed other incredible artists like The Prince, Dr. Sid, and K-Switch. With this, the team was set, a perfect blend of rap, vocal, and charisma. Building on the success of Rundown Funk You Up, Mohits Records would go on to release a collaborative album, Curriculum Vitae. This was the defining moment in Mohits' journey, with hits like 1010, Pere, Booty Call, Why Me Remix. Wande Cole truly stood out in this album, but Dbanj had all the charisma. What made the album truly stand out was Don Jazzy's backup vocals. He makes his voice part of the beat, creating a different type of surround sound. With their success as a group, it was time for individual projects, and the charismatic one, Dbanj, would release The Entertainer, a smash hit of an album, co-written and produced by Don Jazzy. Every song on this album was a hit. We got songs like Mabono Feli Feli, Igwe, Suddenly, Fall in Love. Next, we got the Black Diamonds Mushin to more hits, with hits like Confused, Bumper to Bumper, and You Bad. Wande Cole and Don Jazzy created magic with this album. In an interview, Wande Cole would say, "I feel like me and Don Jazzy created a syllabus of music." Dr. Sid will release Turning Point, with hits like Something About You and Over the Moon. Don Jazzy was practically involved in 90% of Mohits' success, but Dbanj was the superstar. Remember this for later. In May, Dbanj would release the song Mr. Endowed, which was another smash hit, and it got bigger after the remix with Snoop Dogg. During the making of the remix, Kanye West would tweet out, Yo, Dbanj and Don Jazzy, get back to New York ASAP. There's still work to be done. You see, before now, Dbanj had already crossed paths with Kanye in Dubai, who heard some songs and beats and invited them both to the studio in New York. The pair would get signed by Good Music.
I'm the bunch. Like my South Africans call Mensa, like my Ghanaians call like my Nigerians call me. So now what I'm doing, wow, good music.
Dbanj and Kanye will perform together on stage at a Coco concert, where Kanye gifted Dbanj his Jesus Peace chain. At the same time, Don Jazzy and Dbanj were working on the song Oliver Twist. And this is where everything changed. Dbanj wanted to expand and connect Mohit to the American audience, but Don Jazzy had other plans. He thought the international market wasn't ready for Afrobeat. Besides, it was expensive to manage their expenses.
But the main thing that happened was our visions got different. Like, I had a different vision and he had a different vision. You know, it takes a lot for you if you are already in England and you're already the king and you're already balling to leave and go to America and go and try. I think that for me is what happened. I think that was the biggest crack what happened, because we had a formula that we were working with and everything was working so well in Africa and we were running it, but I wanted extra. I wanted a global. He also wanted it, but like we all want success, but how much are you ready to work hard for that? And how much are you ready to lose? How much pain are you ready to go through in order for you to gain that?
So Don Jazzy wasn't comfortable expanding. He wanted more time.
The music, they were still not ready for the music at that time. Because if they were, I'm sure they would have done something amazing with it.
But Dbanj wasn't pleased Don Jazzy couldn't see his vision of taking Mohits to the next level. This would cause a rift between the parties, and a leaked audio with Dr. Sid will spell doom for the group.
Why don't they know my name? You don't even know something, they don't take our just because your brand and your star is too much. It's overshadowing. It's overshadowing. It's overshadowing the effort. And not the Dbanj for.
Why? Not that. The Dbanj for everybody. He used.
According to Dr. Sid,
it was a conversation taken out of context. Me and my guys,
like the
guys in a room having a heated conversation. Yeah. Somebody feeling very sly with himself started recording the conversation, and I've said this thing so many times with that number, and a lot of people, so till today, some people still think that it's my fault, that I'm hateful and whatever. I specifically said in that conversation, why don't they know my name? Why don't they know my name? Your star is too big that it overshadows effortlessly.
Yeah.
Effortlessly is the key qualifier in that statement, meaning it's not your fault. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It is just who you are. Dbanj walks into a room, he's going to suck the air out of it.
It's normal.
It's normal. It's nothing, you can't beef, you can't be angry, you can't whatever. But because it was so heated and it sounded so passionate, when they edited it, just removed the effortlessly. So when you hear it, it just sounds like, and when I heard it, I was like, yo, this guy's a fucking hater. I swear to God.
Hater alert.
You know.
Dbanj would take it personally and would demand 100% ownership of Mohits. But Don Jazzy refused, saying Dbanj can only have his catalog, but the name Mohits remains with him. This difference in opinion would eventually lead to Don Jazzy breaking up one of the biggest music groups of all time, and he will break the news on X saying, "Good day friends, so sorry I've been away for so long as I have been going through some changes in my life. It is with a heavy heart that I announce the end of a long era and the beginning of a new one. Some of the rumors you've all heard recently are sad but true. It was truly the end of an era, and Oliver Twist will drop and become yet again another smash hit, this time internationally. This could have led to a downward spiral for the Don, but he made it a bump in the road, and it didn't take long for Don Jazzy to embark on his next adventure, which would turn out to be the biggest thing he ever brought to life, the creation of Mavin Records in 12. One major talking point of Mohits Records was the lack of a female artist, but considering the dynamic, it's safe to say Mohits didn't need a female artist, but Mavin certainly did. and the Don would sign Tiwa Savage, who would go on to become one of the greatest female superstars of all time.
We had to activate Tiwa Savage because we needed a female touch to the record label, and who better to take the spot than Miss Tiwa Savage. I think she's an amazing singer, songwriter, artist, performer, and that is why she was activated.
It was slow at first, with the Solar Plexus album doing fairly well. Don Jazzy realized he needed to add to his team, and he did that by signing Ricardo Banks, Korede Bello, and Dija. At this point, business started to pick up, but everything changed when they released their smash hit single, DOROBUCHI. This song was an instant hit, and would go on to win Song of the Year and Best Pop Singles at the Headies in 2014. The song was so big it turned into a conspiracy. The major question was, who is DOROBUCHI? Well, DOROBUCHI is Don Jazzy, Don DOROBUCHI. When Prince said this, it doesn't mean much, but when you hear, do you concur? The success of DOROBUCHI led to more hit records like The Kick, Surulere, Eminado, Adobe, Darling, Godwin, Kabiesi, and featuring in hits like Concord, Collabo, Up to Something, Blessings, Pullover, and so on. Seeing the reaction of the public to these hits, Don Jazzy will go back to his roots. You see, Don Jazzy understands the music market. In a Vanguard interview, he said, "Now I don't just put up one single. We'll wait for the video and put it up. If you've noticed from when I started, from the time of Dbanj Entertainer, I put out 3 songs like Mugbono Feli Feli, Olorumaje, and Too Much. These are markets for both Yorubas, Igbos, and others." Of course, no career is without its ups and downs, and Don Jazzy's feud with rapper Olamide is a testament to that. The infamous clash at the Headies Award in 2015 sent shockwaves through the industry. In 2015, there was another record label, YBNL, founded by one of the greatest artists, rapper Olamide Badoo, who had already made a solid name for himself and decided to add artists like Lil Kesh, Chinko Ekun, and Adekunle Gold to the team. And yes, they showed out with songs like Bobo, Sade, Shoki, and Shayo. The Headies in 2015 was geared for a showdown of the next rated artist. The nominees for that award were Ricardo Banks, Kiss Daniel, Cynthia Morgan, Korede Bello, and Lil Kesh. What a lineup this was. What should have been a simple award show turned out to be one of the defining moments in Nigerian music history. Ricardo Banks won the next rated award. Although many argued that Lil Kesh should have won, nobody echoed it louder than the boss himself, who would go on to win 4 awards that same night. Adekunle Gold would win the award for Best Alternative Music, and during his acceptance, Olamide would grab the mic and say,
"You know, Adekunle Gold, let's be honest, this award belongs to Lil Kesh because Lil Kesh is our next rated artist." Fuck that shit! Baba Yaya! Street is takeover! Every fucking single was a hit, back to back. From lyrically to Shoki to FS Joku, couldn't for anybody.
This sent X on fire. Will Don Jazzy be quiet? Will his artists lose respect for him if he stays silent? Mind you, the Don has gone several years with little to no controversy, except the one with Dbanj, but the writing was on the wall, as Don Jazzy would be presented a special recognition award, and during his acceptance, he would say,
Egbon Olamide, if you want the car, come and collect it. God bless you.
Olamide would take to X to express his displeasure and disappointment of the Don, even banning him from coming to the mainland, and of course Nigerians were loving it, picking sides. But just as things quickly escalated, an unlikely figure would step in to de-escalate the situation. The richest man in Africa, Mr. Aliko Dangote. Don Jazzy and Olamide will squash their beef and go on to continue making chart-topping songs, and a recent appearance would clear all doubts that the two were amicable. In the last year of the 10s, Mavin is now the biggest company in the music industry. Tiwa Savage has immortalized herself. Wanda Cole has immortalized himself. Dr. Sid and the Prince will go on to immortalize themselves. And just when it seemed like the fire was coming down on the house, the Prince will go on to discover a young talented artist from Benin City, Rema. This move will be the blueprint to Don Jazzy's future signees. Talented, young, and ready to learn. In his words, he says,
The people that move the market are young girls, because the older guys are busy making money for the family,
worried about
and they're worried about their family, and they're busy. They don't care about helping you to go and stream. They don't care about staying on your social media to know when you post, oh, new single out this Friday. They don't know all that. But the young guys pretty much are still into the whole culture thing. So yeah.
Making this documentary, one thing we noticed is that Don Jazzy signs artists whose voice work for his beat. It's beyond signing an artist. Every time they sing together is magic. No one makes beat like Don Jazzy. But these days, Don Jazzy has taken a backseat to production, and the likes of Baby Fresh, All Teams, London, and Andre Vibes have taken over production for Mavins. But he is still Don Jazzy.
I still enjoy making beats, but maybe not as much as before. I don't lazy now. Most of the young artists that I have don't really like my beats.
They don't like it?
Yes, they don't. So, they don't really like my beats because, like, obviously, my sound is dated for the time. So, means that I need to upgrade my skills. Like the day that I never said he liked the beat for Body Bang, I said, are you serious?
So, no one, they don't like your beats for you?
They don't, I'm serious.
So you play beat, they say they don't like it?
I know.
So you are saying that you're not as good as when you first started?
Yes, ma'am.
And will go on to produce the hit song Booty Bounce with Rema.
When Rema agreed to use the beat that I did for Booty Bounce was surreal for me because, you know, I used to look at myself, like I said, I don't impose.
Okay.
So I used to look at myself like, these children, they don't want your old man beat though. So, but the day that I knew that he was coming to see my dad in my house, my dad was across the room that I was in. I just opened my door. I was playing the beats. I just loud the thing. I knew that he was around seeing my dad. So he just heard the beat from that side. He said, boss, I like this beat. I said, you do? I just made it. Now I'll tell them to send it to you. So yes, I was happy that he liked that.
Today, Mavins have become a strong unit with artists like Johnny Drill, Aya Star, Crayon, Magix, Ladipo, Boy Spice, Bayani, and Life Size Teddy. Don Jazzy's life and career is nothing short of an incredible adventure. A dream, but he is living it. And in 2024, Universal Music Group will announce majority investment in Mavins, raising the value of the company to 320 billion naira. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dynasty of Don Jazzy.